Hey Pokemon fans, I hope you're having a fantastic Saturday wherever you are. We're going to go ahead and hop into a match. Better say we're going to go ahead and review this match because I recorded this match actually last night and I'm talking over it right now. But in case if you're new to my channel, I've been opening up one Pokemon booster pack every single day now for over 200 days straight. And then a couple days ago, I started bringing back really low-key daily matches. These daily matches are more of a chance for me just making sure I'm practicing the Pokemon trading card game every single day. I give my thoughts about the current meta and just kind of my life and anything else kind of going on in the Pokemon trading card community. This video is going to be titled something kind of called Why I Am So Glad Hex Maniac is Getting Banned. I think Pokemon made a very wise decision of the 4 cards that are actually getting banned, which are Getsy's, Hex Maniac, Puzzle Time, and Wally. This video will show why I am glad of those 3. I think the one that is the best decision moving forward is Hex Maniac, because you're going to see in a little bit. Basically, I don't win this deck because I have any clear strategy. I win this deck because I have Hex Maniac, and I've been on both receiving end of the curse that is Hex Mania, because just what's Wazzy at Pokemon TCG Radio just talked about this a little bit was that with Hex Maniac, there's ways with Pokemon that shut down abilities like our border. You still have options either to try to knock him out or get the item removed from him or something. Hex Maniac, there's not a counter for it, which is why I'm really glad that we will be seeing the end of it in the near future. I think Pokemon's doing a really good job making that decision, because then it will give decks like this. So this guy's using the Rotom card, the one where basically if you have 9 item cards in your discard pile, you can ignore your energy costs, which is fantastic. That is a fantastic card. What I like about that deck, that Rotom card, you could easily put together on a budget for a younger Pokemon, younger Pokemon player, or someone who's new into the Pokemon trading card game who maybe isn't sure. They can make a pretty solid competitive deck. Maybe it wouldn't be a deck that you'd see at like top 8 in regionals or anything, but you might be able to do some damage with it. And with things like Hex Maniac going out, it's just going to give decks a lot of opportunity and chance to shine. Which is what I'm really happy about that. I think Pokemon made a really good decision about that. Other things going on, I've still got some cards listed. I got 5 cards listed on eBay right now. I've got a Life Dew for sale, a Blaziken GX, a Mega Charazard EX from Generations, Arceus Lv X from Platinum, and Olivia. I started experimenting, selling some cards on eBay just a little over a couple weeks ago, and the first card I actually sold was a Tapu Lele I pulled. That was my trial run before I was going to announce to the channel or anything like that, just to make sure I did my postage and all that stuff right, because I'll be honest, I don't remember the last time I've sent anything in the mail. So with all that though, I plan to sell a lot of things like EX and GX and fun things like that, but then I also plan to, I have a lot of things, a lot of just staples that people need in their decks. Like I plan to try to sell sets of Ultra Ball, sets of Double Colors Energy, things like that, just to hopefully maybe either make a little bit, just enough to maybe just get back a little bit of money from some of these daily videos I'm doing, just to really turn this, kind of kick this hobby up to the next level a little bit. Like I said, I won't be quitting my day job or anything like that, but being able to turn out even just a little bit of profit, not a bad thing at all. Definitely looking at it kind of like that, just that approach as just a hobby, just kind of something fun to do. Maybe it's a little more than a hobby now at this point. I am traveling, good leeway point, I am traveling to a regional tournament. I tended to see if I'll be able to make the one that's closer, but I'm for sure going to go to the regionals down in Anaheim, California later this year, so that will be a lot of fun. It is probably a little bit of a deck that you'll see right here that I'll be working with. So, but let's talk about what's going on in this match right now. So, Rotom, of course, like I said, if you have 9 item cards in your discard pile, you can ignore all energy costs on your Pokemon. Not that hard to pull off either, getting 9, especially with Battle Compress and stuff. Pretty easy to get things in your discard pile. You got Zork, you got Ultra Ball, really easy to get 9 item cards in your discard pile. And they do a decent amount of damage. I personally think they probably could have added a little bit more damage on them, but 120 is actually a pretty fair place, because when you're doing things with like Choice Band and stuff too, or right there, Bursting Balloon, you're still getting knockouts and stuff. So at this point, I'm not trying to attack with that Tapu Lele, because then Tapu Lele will get knocked out. I am trying to get my Zork out on that bench. So I'm looking for Float Stone. Like I said, I don't even remember how this match went down, but I knew really quickly the one way I could turn around was if I can get Hex Maniac or anything going. I'm going to grab another Execucube right here, because the thing is, I've been on, like I said, with both ends of Hex Maniac. There wasn't a match that long ago where I was able to, where I lost because Hex Maniac, it was actually, I think I was playing against, literally, I think I was playing against a Zoroark Lycanroc deck. With Hex Maniac, it shuts down my deck too. So again, it just shuts down. It's different than, like I said this a second ago, it's different than Garbodor, because there's counters to Garbodor. He's a Pestilence for sure, but like, you either have Float Stone or you can try to knock him out. Hex Maniac, you can't remove. There's no way really to remove the ability sinks. And for a deck like Rotom, yeah, that's really critical. So at this point, I'm actually, like I said already, I was on the at this point, I kind of already could tell I didn't have any energy attached. I was already kind of off to a slow start right now. So at this point, I was starting to try to lean towards, I don't want to have to use Hex Maniac to like win the match, but especially with the other, even on the Pokemon website, just for some really devastating, powerful combos, it's so easy. It's so easy to recycle Hex Maniac, and I think those are like the 2 prize cards in my opponent pulls after this. Because then, I have that extra double colorless energy, so I do knock out. It's not that hard for me. At this point, I have the Sky Field there, so even with that, not a choice ban, but the Fighting Fury belt, he has 48 HP, so, you know, I can't knock him out with what's on the bench, but I just got to get a couple extra Pokemon out there so I can get over, I think his max HP is either 150 or 140 right now. And then I do believe I end up knocking him out this turn. I decided to trade. I actually thought about this. I should have played Bridget actually this turn, but I don't think I end up doing that. I think I end up trading it because that would have been a nice way to stack my bench a little bit more. Because Exeggutor, you actually like, he's good to have there to play on the bench, but at the same time, if you can put other Pokemon on the bench, because Exeggutor's real ability is being able to draw him out from the discard pile. I'd absolutely Exeggutor. I honestly, I think Exeggutor kind of breaks the rules a little bit. You basically can have an unlimited amount of draw support if you have guys like Zoroark and stuff out on the field. It's really not that hard. But we'll see what happens next. Like I said, yeah. So at this point, I'm just setting up my bench just to make sure I have enough things there. I'm counting my cards just to make sure I'm doing the math correctly in my head. At this point, I am at a knockout. My Wi-Fi, of course, you can see there at the bottom right of the video, was being a little funky last night, but it did pull through for the match. But like I said, we're not even at the part of the video yet where Hex Maniac, where, like I said, just starts coming into play. But I knew at this point I wanted to get the knockout for this turn and get my guys up and running. No, yeah, I don't have any way to pull. Surprisingly, at this point, I hadn't gotten Hex Maniac out yet, so I do end up going for the knockout this turn for just the right amount of damage, I think. I'm still kind of hiding these little moments in the video, but if anyone's watched it to this point, not many people, I don't think anybody's claimed the codes yet, but for the first person who's watched this video or who gets to this point of the video, if you mention like the timestamp or just about where what's going on in the video, I'll send you a code for the online Pokemon trading card game. I'm gonna kind of do stuff like that with this video. I think I'm also gonna do things where I hide a little Pokeballs or something throughout the video, just a little extra something for people, for the 3 people that watch this or something, that just a way for me to say thank you for sitting through gameplay or whatever. This like I said, these videos really are more for me to get practice, me complain and yap about the meta, and just kind of those things. That's really what these videos are meant to be. Super laid back, and just as a way for me to get, and this is where it begins. This is where the never-ending Hex Maniac thing starts. Like I said, this last part of the video, I mean basically it's 6 minutes of Hex Maniac, and like the thing is, I genuinely feel bad doing this. My mindset is when you're doing something like this, you genuinely want to try to win your matches. And like I said, because I've been on both receiving ends of this. I've right here you see me using Hex Maniac, and I've had people use it against me too, because with my deck it shuts it down completely if I don't have Exeggutor. Completely shuts it down. He can't use that Oranguru, he can't use that Rotom. Just a very devastating, because at this point, look at the bottom right there. I have 2 VS Seekers and 2 Puzzle Times. That's like, yeah, I think they end up playing N or something, but that's smart to switch out the Tapu Lele. That's when I started, like, and then I get my third puzzle time. I think he does play N again. But at this point, I'm not feeling bad about. At this point, like I said, this is when I would normally want my executes in my discard pile, because they actually do more use there because I don't have to trade. But at this point, I'm not too worried about having to lose any amount of resources at this point in the game. So I do start trading. Like I said, my Wi-Fi was being a little difficult last night, but let's see what happens next. Yep, I trade the Skyfield. I don't even know what I'm trading for at this point. Oh no, yeah, I just got to switch up. I think I was looking for a floatstone, anything. Floatstone, computer search to get floatstone, something like that. And I think I end up trading out. It was late when I was recording this match. I don't know why I would be trying to evolve. I don't know why I'd be trying to evolve that Zork. I want to do a video on that Zork, actually, in particular. Every deck who has the Zork in there should absolutely have that other Zork in there. Is an absolutely counter to so many different things. Yep, this is what I end up doing with Battle Compressor. I end up putting a Battle Compressor in my discard pile, and I think I throw in Guzma as well, just for good measure. And Sudowoodo. Gosh, that's nasty. Those three cards. Just Battle Compressor could be another one that could. They would not ban Battle Compressor. Would absolutely just like not work that being banned. So I end up grabbing those two things. And now at this point, like I said, this isn't even fair. They can't set out more Pokemon with Sudowoodo. Yeah. This is mean. This is brutal. This is so brutal. But I'm happy my opponents stay with me. Like I said, I've been playing long enough now where I've been on both receiving ends of this. Like I said, I'm trying to just, basically this video is why I'm glad Hex Maniac's being banned. I could also put Puzzle Time on that list too. There's a lot of decks that Puzzle Time being ban effects. The one actually, that Puzzle Time that comes to mind the most that I think this ban, I think it's really gonna affect like the Night March deck, just because Puzzle Time's really important for getting like certain resources. It's for many decks, but I want to just do a list kind of. In the meta and expanded, we're losing a lot of like Puzzle Time. Basically, there's not a lot of resources, like ways to get back cards now from your discard pile. Basically, it's kind of the end of that. Like, it's you'll have to really manage your resources going forward in the upcoming environment, because there's a lot of there's not that many ways to get things back from your discard pile. There's easy ways to get things like energy cards and Pokemon cards. Those still exist, but things to get back like supporter cards and item cards, really there's not that much out there to be able to get your item cards and things like that back. You got a couple things, like if you're running like Gardevoir GX or something, but that's your GX attack, so that's literally pertinent to just Gardevoir. See, there was a couple other things. Like I said, this isn't even funny at this point. I'm literally just looking for Hex Maniac just to try to see if. I think what I do, I have a Hex Maniac in my deck, and I'm just trying to look for either Puzzle Time, computer search. I have one more Hex Maniac in my deck at that moment, so I'm just kind of looking at different options and stuff. Like I said, I think I was even doing this match on the phone last night. So why am I taking so long? Trade already. Trade anything. Those aren't much. There isn't a whole lot I will need from that hand. Like I said, this deck could be Rotom going forward, could be really, really good. And I find that VS Seeker. Yup, that's what I do. I grab another Hex Maniac because I wanted to beat Mean last night. Like I said, it's so good that card's getting banned. But like I said, it's kind of a shorter video. I'll start doing my wrap up. Now it's getting closer towards the end. I'm uploading new videos to YouTube every single day. I have new booster packs, daily gameplay as well. If just 2 really low-key videos, and I'm experimenting trying to get out additional videos as well. I'll probably have a couple bonus videos out hopefully this coming up week and stuff to get codes out from the other video. On the daily booster packs, I hand out codes, and in these videos, I think I'll do every single one of these videos somewhere in like the 16 to 20 minutes. I'll hide a booster pack code in there for anyone who wants to come find that. But yeah, that's like I said, this was a very fun match. Super glad that Hex Maniac's getting banned. But fellow trainers, I hope you're having a fantastic Saturday wherever you are, and I will see you tomorrow as always.